period.
Pork chopped.
Bones are just what evolved to make us structurally stable, and any kind of metal is so much harder than anything in the human body.
Now you warpies know that we often ask guests what they want to see in slow motion. Fortunately, James did not ask for some condemned prisoners. Next,
Hit it!
Oh, that's not funny. Look at that.
we get all beaten up when Time Warp returns. Here at the Time Warp Labs, the beat goes on. And on. And on.
Thank you, Mike Mangini, one of the great drummers in our studio. Thanks for coming out.
Them some quick hands right there.
Yeah, it's pretty much invisible what you're doing. How do you do it?
Passion and a good practice method.
A lot of practice.
A lot of practice.
In this case, practice has made perfect. Mike set a world speed record with an incredible 1,247 beats a minute, over 20 beats a second. But what happens when stick meets drum kit and drum kit meets human body? Time to find out.
We would love to get some of this technique on high speed, figure out how to do it for ourselves.
Absolutely.
First, a little warm-up on the drumometer, a device that calculates beats per second.
So we're set up for just a 10-second run as fast as you can go.
Let's see if Mike can match his record.
Yeah.
A deep breath, and he's gone. Now watch the numbers fly.
201, 20.1 beats a second. That's pretty amazing.
Top drummers are nothing if not amazing and consistent. In warp time, Mike's precise moves are clear. The action really is all in the wrist. As the sticks fly up and down, the rest of his body barely moves. But what happens when Mike lets this blur loose across his entire kit?
Mike, do you like heat and lights? And did you bring your suntan lotion?
See.
This is one drum solo nobody will want to walk out of.
Hit it! Nice. Very nice.
Rock drummers work at the limits of human endurance. They burn up to 600 calories an hour and are at risk for sprains, heart strain, and stress injuries. Even collapsed lungs have been reported.
I have to know what parts of my body have to be flexed so that I just don't lose control.
Gotcha. And it seems like a lot of people fall into the trap of injuries because they're depending on these tiny muscles to fix things that the big muscles should be doing.
You nailed it.
The sticks lay loose in his fingers. He uses the larger muscles in his hand, and he lets his fingers stay relaxed.
You want to talk about looseness? Look at your backhand doing the rim shot. Your ring finger just completely shakes out 3 or 4 times every time you're making that hit.
Right.
And if you were tense, you'd get all the tendonitis issues, but you can see how loose your hands have to be through all those motions.
Watch Mike's left hand again. His ring finger is loose, relaxed, while the rest of him is tense and working hard.
Just out of curiosity, how many steps ahead are you of your hands, in your mind, with your eyes?
Once I'm hitting the 2 hi-hat cymbals that are at the top, I'm thinking about hitting the ones that are at the bottom. So when I'm hitting one thing, I'm thinking about the next thing I'm going to hit.
Your eyes are 1 or 2 steps ahead.
You can see that?
Yep.
That's a flick hit, watch. That's like hitting a fly.
Next fly that's in my house is getting that treatment.
It's a backward slap. Biff!
Wicked. Okay, so much for the drummer. Now, what's happening to the drum kit itself?
Oh! An everyday normal snare hit.
That's not funny. Look at that.
It's an amazing thing, right?
I don't believe what I'm looking at.
The snare skin appears almost liquid as it absorbs the impact of Mike's stick.
And it doesn't stop until my stick touches the drum head again.
So we should look at one of your cymbals. Set that
It's
up.
probably gonna look like.
Hit it!
That's outrageous. It's unbelievable.
Watch the deflection you put in carry that wave all around the ring. And now it just gets to the back. And then it starts going nuts.
Yeah. And then it comes back to the front. I've been beating the heck out of them for years, and they haven't broken. I can't even believe what I'm looking at. That's unbelievable.
Clearly, Time Warp is on a roll, made in their shades.
That's how you end it.
Next, we figure out a way to ignite
I've got here, 15,000 volts.
steel wool
That is cool.
when Time Warp